Most betrayals do not come with a slammed door. They arrive smiling. A slightly stinging joke is waved away with the phrase, "I'm just messing with you." A compliment that is just a comparison. "You're doing great," for you. Concern that appears caring, but ultimately makes you smaller. "I just worry you're getting ahead of yourself." Support that appears only while an audience is present and then vanishes when it comes at a cost. That's how false buddies operate, quietly. They don't identify themselves as enemies because foes are observed. They come up as close. They sit near your confidence so that they can observe it. They understand your routines, your insecurities, and your want for approval. And they store it like ammunition. You think you have a friendship. Sometimes you are. Sometimes you are being mapped. They watch how you respond to disrespect. They notice what you laugh at. They push boundaries, then claim it was nothing to see whether you can accept it calmly. Social life is an arena, whether you like the term or not. Every group has both allies and costumed parasites. The parasite does not have to detest you. They simply have to profit from you, your attention, access, information, and prestige. And because modern culture values niceness, they can lurk in plain sight. Niceness becomes concealment. It allows them to take without making it obvious that they are doing so. It allows them to compete without acknowledging it. Machiavelli saw this without the emotive filters that we use now. He was not advising you to distrust everyone. He was advising you not to confuse appearances with reality. People aren't loyal just because they claim to be. They are loyal when it costs them something, yet they still choose you. Everything else is performance. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Fake friends aren't chosen at random. They follow incentives. They orbit whoever is rising, as rising generates heat. Heat draws attention. Opportunists seek out attention. When your life is tranquil, they are at ease. When your life begins to move, they become interested. Some will try to capitalize on your momentum. Others will want to slow you down so that you do not outgrow the role you previously played. And this stings because it is subtle. A fraudulent buddy rarely strikes more than once. They spread poison. They create doubt. They expose your information by accident. They make you question yourself before offering consolation for the insecurity they helped generate. It's a perfect loop. Destabilize first, then position themselves as the stabilizer. In this video, I will show you a ruthless detecting system, not paranoid. Precision, a technique to assess loyalty without drama, detect patterns without spinning, and identify early warning signs before giving someone the keys to your life. But I have to warn you, once you've learned these signs, you won't be able to ignore them. You will observe smiles that do not reach the eyes, conditional support, the friendship that is only effective while you remain little. And it will feel lonely at first because innocence is so comforting. Clarity is not, but clarity keeps you alive. Machiavelli's rule is brutally simple. Never mistake someone's words for their loyalty. Words are inexpensive. They cost nothing to produce, promise, or perform. Loyalty is pricey. It necessitates sacrifice, danger, and the willingness to give up something for your sake. That is why genuine loyalty is uncommon, and phony friendship is commonplace. Most adults perceive friendship in the same way that children judge safety, through tone, by warmth, by how frequently they say, "I'm here for you." But according to Machiavelli, you should assess based on incentives. People behave out of selfishness, prestige, and fear, even when they believe they are behaving out of love. This isn't evil, it's human nature. The threat does not stem from people having motives. The danger is that you pretend they don't exist, then act surprised when motives emerge. So improve how you interpret people. Stop reading the allegations. Begin reading patterns. Timing, consistency, cost. Timing refers to when they show up. Do they appear when you win because they are near to you and appear to be connected? Do they disappear when you're struggling because your difficulties don't suit their image? Do they only call you when they require a favor, guidance, access, or emotional support? Timing shows the true contract. Consistency refers to whether their behavior remains consistent across emotions, settings, and audiences. Anyone can offer support in private. Anyone can be friendly when they are bored. The test is what occurs when the social climate shifts, when there is strife, when there is pressure, when others are watching, when being linked with you comes with a price. Cost is the final proof. What are they risking by standing with you? Time, status, comfort, and convenience. Loyalty is obvious when people select you despite the expense. If they only back you when it is safe, this is not loyalty, that's strategy. This is not advising you to become paranoid. Paranoia is an emotional state. It transforms all shadows into enemies. Precision is different. Precision is calming. It is observation without panic. It is accepting what is present and refusing to dispute with it. It is also merciful, since it eliminates uncertainty and self-blame. When you grasp how loyalty works, you stop asking, "What's wrong with me?" and instead ask the only practical question, "What is being rewarded here?" In the following sections, you will apply loyalty stress tests. Small, clean tests reveal the difference between a genuine ally and a least one. There was no confrontation, no speeches. Just apply pressure on the pattern, and it will expose the truth. Because once you understand how to calculate cost, you can stop investing your faith like a naive gambler and instead place it like a strategist. Also, take note of the currency in your circle. Some rooms charge for attention, while others charge for reputation or access. A phony buddy defends their stance first, then provides you leftover support. They will praise you when it is private and safe, but remain mute when it is public and consequential. They will remain neutral when it benefits them, then claim closeness when you recover. That is not friendship, it is leverage management. You do not need to make huge sacrifices to see the truth. Keep minor costs in mind, protecting you when you're not present, telling you the unpleasant truth rather than gossiping, celebrating you without competing, and keeping your information private even when it earns nothing. The first test is often overlooked since it feels positive. Your success. When you rise, you create a mirror, which not everyone can gaze into without flinching. Keep an eye on what happens when you get the promotion, when your physique changes, when your business takes off, and when your confidence grows. A true friend is proud and protective. They honor you without attempting to grab the attention. They inquire how they can help. When you are not present, they respectfully address you by name. The phony friend does something subtler. They back you up with a strong joke. Must be nice. Don't forget us when you're famous. Okay, CEO. They downplay the victory so they don't feel small. Or they promptly point out a problem to maintain the hierarchy constant. Yeah, but you still get stressed. Just don't burn out like last time. It sounds like a concern, but the timing tells the story. They can't let your rise sit properly. They need to smear it. They occasionally become quiet. They vanish exactly when your momentum is strongest. Not because they are busy, but because your progress makes them uncomfortable. Your discipline reveals their excuses. Your ambition reminds them of the things they avoided, so they establish distance and then return later when the heat subsides, as if nothing occurred. That pattern is more important than their words. A friend who only applauds when you achieve modest victories is not rooting for you. You are being managed by them. Pay attention to your body when this occurs. Your intuition typically recognizes a hazard before your mind generates excuses. Tightness after sharing good news. The subtle desire to downplay your victory so others feel at ease. Their energy altered the instant you started stating, "It was nothing." That's social pressure. If your success forces you to shrink in order to keep the friendship calm, you are not friends. You are in a deal in which your growth is the price, and the bill is always due later. Test it in micro scenes. You tell the gathering that you're launching a business. The real one inquires, "What's your next step?" The phony one inquires, "Is that even safe?" You share a photo of your transformation after months of hard effort. The actual one says, "I'm proud of you." The phony one reads, "Be careful, you'll become obsessed. and then monitors the likes like a scoreboard. You deliver happy news, and they respond with silence, followed by a late response that feels forced. That's jealousy attempting to be courteous. The second test is now more simpler. Set your boundaries. Envy is veiled. Entitlement is loud. When you answer no, you expose the level of access they believe they deserve. A true friend may be disappointed, but they respect the boundaries. They do not punish you for living a life. They adjust. They inquire another time. They do not turn your no into a moral failure. A phony buddy perceives your refusal as betrayal. They engage in guilt trips. I would do it for you. They keep pressing. Just this once. They appear hurt. They get cold. They force you to pay socially for refusing. That reaction is proof. They never asked for aid. They were evaluating control. Here's the move. Cease defending your boundaries. Defensiveness is a door. It encourages debate. It encourages negotiating. It informs them that your line is flexible if they apply enough pressure. Your boundary does not constitute a courtroom statement. It is policy. Your older self. I can't because I've had a long week and I'm overwhelmed and I already promised. New you. I can't. Old you. Why are you angry? I did not mean anything by it. Allow me to explain. New you. That doesn't work for me. That old you. I'll try to make it up to you. New you. I'm not available. Then stop talking. Allow the silence to hold. If people call you selfish, remember this rule. Selfish is what they call you after you stop being helpful. Do not dispute with the label. Labels are bait. You do not need them to comprehend your boundaries. You need people to respect it. If they don't, you've learned something invaluable. We will go further in the following tests because the most harmful false friends do not overtly express envy or entitlement. They grin, agree, remain friendly, then destroy you with knowledge, timing, and social placement. We now go on to the tests that reveal the quiet predators. They don't overtly compete with you. They do not argue. They do not make a big deal about their guilt. They smile, nod, remain close, and collect. Test 3 is straightforward. Observe what happens to your information after it leaves your mouth. A true buddy treats your personal life like a sealed room. They do not repeat it for entertainment. They do not process it with others. They do not convert your vulnerabilities into social money. A fictitious friend does. They may not do it maliciously, but the end result is the same. Your personal life is used as leverage. It starts tiny. You tell them something personal, and then someone casually mentions it. It was not a direct allegation, but rather an odd coincidence. Oh, I heard you're thinking of leaving your job. I didn't know you and her were having issues. The phony friend will always have an explanation ready. I didn't mean to say anything. It slipped. I was worried and asked for advice. Pay close attention. When someone regularly exposes your life, it is not an accident. It is a pattern. They're exploiting your information to position themselves. They gain attention by being in the know. They get status as the person who knows secrets. In harsher circumstances, they save your vulnerabilities for later because nothing controls you like the fear of being exposed. Machiavelli would call it a handle. The more you reveal, the more handles you provide. Most people overshare because they seek closeness. They want to be understood. They confuse closeness and access. But access without proof of loyalty is merely free ammunition. So, employ selective opacity. This is not a lie. This is used to control the gates. Here's a simple rule. Convey feelings, not plans. Share generalities, not specifics. Share stories that can't be used against you. If you're developing anything, don't talk about it while it's still vulnerable. Let it exist first. If you're dating, don't reveal every detail about your relationship to someone who enjoys gossip. If you're struggling, don't describe the specific wound to someone who's shown they can't handle it. Give them knowledge in tears and only reveal deeper layers if they have demonstrated restraint over time. Treat your private life as a fortress. Not everyone deserves a tour, and if you suspect a leak, Do not confront it. Do not accuse. Test. Give two different persons two slightly different details. Nothing detrimental, just distinctive. Keep track of what returns to you and where it comes from. The purpose is not to play games. The goal is to quit being blind. Because once you've identified who leaks, you can stop feeding them. Test 4 is about timing. Because timing reveals motivation faster than any discussion. Fake buddies are frequently present when there is anything to gain. They appear in your crises to appear loyal, to get emotional connection, to become the one who was there, or to obtain information. They'll sit with you when you're falling apart, not because they care, but because your vulnerability makes them feel strong. They get to be the stable one, the wiser one, the rescuer, and then they'll cash it in. Other times they leave during your crisis, since there is nothing in it for them. Your suffering is inconvenient. It does not improve their image. It doesn't give them a victory. So they become quiet. Then they return when the tempest has passed, acting warmly as if loyalty has no memory. Keep an eye on who shows up when it matters the most. When you're not having fun. When you aren't useful. When you cannot offer access, entertainment, status, or favors. That's where the truth lives. Also, keep an eye on the reverse. Who only contacts you when they need something. The pattern is always the same. Protracted silence, followed by a brief message that begins with small talk and ends with a request. "Hey, how have you been?" translates to, "By the way, can you?" That is not friendship. This is a trade disguised as intimacy. This is why the calm strategist does not ask for loyalty. He measures it. He monitors conduct at a cost. He regulates access based on proof rather than promises. And in the final tests, we'll reveal the most deadly type of fake friendship. The person who supports you in private but undermines you in public, the one who grins at you but carries a knife in group situations. That is where reputations are destroyed. Test 5 exposes status games immediately. Public versus private support. Some people will praise you in secret, yet reject you in public. They'll send the proud of you message and then go silent when your name is mentioned in a room. They will hype you one-on-one, yet remain neutral when others are watching. And neutrality is seldom neutral. It's usually fear. Fear of being identified with you if you advance too quickly. Fear of being perceived as inferior. Fear of losing their status in the group hierarchy. A true friend does not need to demonstrate loyalty, but they also do not conceal it. If someone takes a cheap attack at you in a crowd, a true friend does not laugh to blend in. They don't load on for points. They don't pretend not to hear it. They reroute, shut it down, or make it plain that the attack is unacceptable. Fake friends use comedy as a weapon because it allows them to deny their true intentions. They can disrespect you while still claiming innocence. Relax, it's a joke. But jokes serve a function. The goal is typically to diminish your status while keeping their hands clean. Observe the pattern. In a group, you become the punchline. They interrupt your stories. They tease you about your ambitions. They bring up prior blunders just as you're getting attention. Then they turn around to see who was laughing. That is not bonding. That is social positioning. This is why they don't want to be seen supporting you. Supporting you openly indicates alignment, which has a cost. If you're on the rise, they may feel like they're being led. If the group is uneasy, they may also become targets. So they hedge. They want private access to you while also ensuring public safety. That's rented loyalty. It varies based on the room. Test 6 is what happens under pressure, as pressure always discloses the true contract. When a fight arises, who chooses the winning side? When chatter begins, who fuels it? When a rumor spreads about your name, who corrects it and who enjoys it? Fake friends don't always start the fire, but they will provide extra wood if the heat is beneficial to them. This is the sharpest manifestation of the Machiavellian rule. As incentives change, rented loyalty shifts. They won't defend you if it means losing popularity. If distance from you gives them status, they will do it. If remaining close makes them appear unsafe, they will act busy. And when things calm down, they'll return with warmth as if nothing occurred, since they're banking on your desire for peace to wipe away the past. Do not be overly theatrical about this. Be exact. You do not have to name them a snake. You do not have to expose them in public. You do not need a dispute that devolved into drama. You simply need to stop arguing with evidence. People express themselves through their conduct. Your responsibility is to believe the pattern. Cut based on pattern, not feeling. Emotion pleads for closure. Pattern provides closure. If someone consistently disappears under pressure, undermines you in groups, and prioritizes their image over your friendship, the conclusion is already written. All that remains is execution, and that's what we'll do next, because the most powerful exit is silent, clean, and permanent. Here's the action plan, which will feel almost too quiet if you're used to intense chats. That is the point. You do not confront bogus pals. Confrontation provides them a stage, an opportunity to claim innocence, shift responsibility, elicit pity, and turn you into the unstable one. You don't need a verdict, you need to be repositioned. So you move like a strategist. You restrict access. You stop giving them information. You stop providing your time as a free resource. Distance can accomplish things that argumentation cannot. Controlled withdrawal appears to be an easy process. Fewer responses, slower responses, shorter responses, no long explanations. There are no relationship autopsies. You cease initiating. You quit chasing old comforts, and you see what occurs when your attention is no longer on demand. If they were real, the connection would remain stable. It becomes cleaner, more courteous, and less performative. If they were rented, they would react. They will make you feel guilty. They're going to cause trouble. They'll suddenly miss you only when they need something. Or they will vanish entirely, which is the most honest consequence possible. Run it for 7 days. Speak 20% less around them. Stop feeling quiet to keep things running smoothly. Share 50% less. There are no plans, vulnerabilities, or new wins while they remain unproven. Decline one request with a simple statement, "I can't. That doesn't work for me." Then, observe who is angered by your boundaries and who respects them. Keep an eye out for anyone attempting to drag you back with nostalgia. You changed. We used to be close. Translation: your access is being restricted, and they do not like the new pricing. You do not owe them an explanation for your progress. You owe commitment to yourself first. This is the progression from naive to sovereign. You stop gathering people in the same manner that some people gather followers. You begin creating a court, a tiny circle in which confidence is earned, information is protected, and loyalty is proven. Not everyone deserves to be close. Not everyone receives the keys. And if you want to take it a step further, we'll go even deeper. How to make foes hesitant to act against you using only location and precision, with no threats or noise.